When you are facing cancer, the Canadian Cancer Society is here to help with the information and support you need. Our trained staff and volunteers are here to listen and answer questions with respect and sensitivity. Our services are free and confidential, so you don't have to face cancer alone.
Canadian Cancer Society, may I help you?
The Cancer Information Service will and can act as a resource, a wonderfully invaluable resource to educate the patient and provide some support.
They not only know all about the services in your community and all about different cancers and so on, but what's really unique about them is that they're specially trained to talk to people over the phone and to assess what their information needs really are.
Whether you have cancer or are caring for someone with cancer, you will have many questions about treatments and side effects, support services, and help in your community. Our trained specialists will provide clear and accurate information about all types of cancer.
I have found that they will seek the answers and they will do follow-up calls to provide the answer for the patient, because there's just so much these days on the internet that one needs to certainly look at what are good, reliable resources that provide the patients with accurate information.
It was great to have the CIS give us sites that were helpful, informative, and accurate.
When I called the Cancer Information Service, I wanted to talk to someone that wasn't family because I didn't want to worry my children and talk to them about it. They were positive and reinforcing.
Use this number because all it can do is help you.
When you're facing cancer, it's important to know that you are not alone. We can connect you with a trained volunteer who understands what you're going through, someone whose cancer experience is similar to your own.
It didn't take very long for the peer support volunteer and I to establish a good relationship. They were very affirming, very positive. The peer support volunteer was able to tell me what they experienced and what they went through. So that was something that I was going to experience myself, or at least close to what they experienced. You know, I knew the technical side because of what the doctor told me, but I wanted to know how was it going to affect me, how I was going to feel. And that's what the peer support volunteer was able to clarify for me.
She was similar in a lot of areas, and it was wonderful because when you're talking with your family and friends in the clinic, it's all medical, and it's all medical terminology. And talking to her really put an insight into my future. Returning to work was something I was concerned about, and I think that was one of our biggest topics, as well as future of children, having children or not having children, what the possibilities might be down the road. I was able to understand things and put them into a human perspective and talk one-to-one with everyday terms and express myself, and she was able to reassure me that those things were normal.
Studies show that it really does help to connect with someone who's been there. Our peer support service has been shown to reduce anxiety and increase hope and coping skills. It's available to anyone who has cancer or is caring for someone with cancer.
My husband was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. It was quite a stressful thing for me, and I had to find a way to deal with it. So what was most important was to be not judged for what I was needing to say and needing to get out in the open. Somehow I had this idea that I wasn't entitled to support, I guess, because I wasn't sick like he was. But of course, when I got somebody on the other end of the phone allowing me to just say whatever I needed to say, I realized it was very important. And I was entitled to my own feelings, and yes, he had his, but I also had mine, and they needed to be addressed. Then I could be calmer with my husband and be much more help to him.
It usually just takes a few minutes. It's a free and confidential service. So if you would be interested, what I can do is I can just go ahead and ask you for some of that information that will help me with the match.
If you have cancer questions or if you're looking for support, contact us. We're here to help.